So Professor Sanchez, I just wanted, one of the other reasons that I wanted you to come is because I read a poem that I never knew that you wrote. The 9 Haiku for Freedom Sisters. And it mentioned Shirley Chisholm. And I wanted to ask you what brought you to write about those amazing women, and what was your kind of remembrances of Shirley Chisholm in 1968?
Right. No, this is a book that we were all given, and what they did, let me just read you. This says, Freedom Sisters. Much of our national memory of the civil rights movement is embodied by male figureheads whose visibility in boycotts, legal proceedings, and mass demonstrations dominated newspapers and television coverage in the 1950s and 60s. While less prominent in the media, a group of extraordinary women also shaped much of the spirit and substance of civil rights in America, just as their mothers and grandmothers had done for decades. Made possible by a grant from Ford Motor Company Fund, Freedom Sisters is a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and the Cincinnati Museum Center that brings to life 20 African American women. The women range from key 19th century historical figures to contemporary leaders who have fought and taught for equality for people of color. This multimedia interactive exhibition is designed to appeal to people of all ages and backgrounds and is organized around the themes of dare, to dream, inspire, serve, and look to the future. And so, aha! Anyway, we went around the country, and these are the honorees. Ella Baker, Constance Motley, Shirley Chisholm, Mary Trust Terrell, Septima Clark, Kathleen Cleaver, Merle Evans Williams, Fannie Lou Hamer, Dorothy Height, Charlene Hunter Gault, Barbara Jordan, Mary McCoy Bethune, Rosa Parks, Sanchez, Coretta Scott King, Betty Shabazz, Harriet Tubman, C. Dolores Tucker, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, and Ida B. Wells. Whoa. Because you just can't honor Shirley Chisholm without naming some of these women, okay? That's one thing you gotta learn at some point, you know? You can't come in. So those of you know that usually when I start a reading or talk, I do a litany of names, whatever. And all because there are always people who don't know who these people are, whatever. And the whole point is not to get annoyed because they don't know. The whole point is to do that on purpose so they will raise their hand and ask, who is that person? So those of you who know me know that I love the haiku.
Yes.
Because the haiku is a peaceful form. No, I'm serious about this, you know. And when I teach, if you teach in elementary schools, high schools, whatever, if you teach the haiku form, you're teaching peace. Make no mistake about it. There's no violence in the haiku at all, none whatsoever. And one of the things, the way that you teach, is that when you teach it, you have got to begin to teach people how to breathe. You know, because, you know, our children, you know, when they were babies, they, from here. Ever watch a little baby breathe? That little belly goes up and down, whatever. But as you grow older, it goes here, it goes here, it goes here. We speak from here and here. It's a mess how we speak, if you understand truly what I'm saying. It is speaking here, but you will not understand what it is at some particular point, you know, to breathe from here and to speak from here, from the guts. And so one of the things that I did simply is that I did 9 haiku for some of the Freedom Sisters. For Kathleen Cleaver, I wrote, Quicksilver Panther woman speaking in thunder. Charlene Hunter Gault, summer silk woman brushing the cobwebs off southern legs. Shirley Chisholm, we saw your woman sound footprinting congressional hallways. Betty Shabazz, your quiet face arrived at a road unafraid of ashes. Fannie Lou Hamer, feet deep in cotton, you shifted the country's eyes. Barbara Jordan, Texas star, carrying delicate words around your waist. Rosa Parks, baptizer of morning light, walking us away from reserved spaces. Merle Evers Williams, you rescued women and men from southern subscriptions of death. Dr. Dorothy Irene Height. 2. Your words helped us to reconnoiter the wonder of women. 2. Woman sequestered in the hurricane of herstory. Those are some of the women that you wrote that haiku about. And so if you teach anything called poetry in your classes, whatever, and you should always start, I don't care what you're teaching, your class with a poem or a quote by somebody. I mean, I'm serious about this, to take the people beyond just what they're reading in that book, a poem. And so I always would start a class with a quote or a poem as a consequence.